It could have been that. It could. I like how we're like analyzing these old plays,
I just
but
remember off of memory. The only thing I remember is eating the fucking nachos and fucking. I mean, I remember seeing the plays, but then by the time it was like eighth grade, I just thought like
or film. That's another thing I'd want to do. Theater and film. That's another
theater.
thing. Yeah, theater and film.
Theater. I thought fucking. I mean, was he wrong? Because that's I'm talking about Timothy Chalamet. I don't know if we talked about this before on camera, where he was saying that
We
like
mentioned it, but we didn't talk
on
about it.
some old, it wasn't even an interview this year. It was like an older interview. He was saying like, I'm not trying to do something that no one wants to see or no one's gonna see except for rich people. He was like, that's why I'm doing movies, and then people got mad at him, and they got all like these fucking band kids and all this shit to be like theater kids, all these people to be like, oh, like fuck Timothy Chalamet. And it's like, well, he actually wants to like, he wasn't saying fuck these people. He was saying that it's become so like again, that was like what the fucking Marty Supreme fucking thing was. It was like the Kevin O'Leary character is literally paying for his wife to be in this play that he knows that like no one really cares about, but he's funding it because his wife wants to do it. And she probably wants to do it because she thinks this will be because from what I understand, she was just a freaking like model. She was basically just like a model that had some acting credits or something like that. But she probably thought like, oh, if I'm in a theater, if I'm in the world of theater, I'll be considered a legitimate person, even though I'm married to this billionaire again. But it's totally just like you know, it's just something that well, I feel like it's like two things. It's either like if you're in like a school, did you ever see any of the theaters and plays in school?
No.
It's so those ones they're always low key kind of just like, oh wow, it's kind of cool that they
Wait, are you
did
talking about when we were in elementary?
any of them.
When we were in elementary, yeah, but not in high school. Because I remember when we would have the plays. What's the one where the king comes out in his underwear?
Uh, the Emperor Has No Clothes. I don't know which one. Was it one of the Shakespeare ones?
I think it was a Shakespeare one. And what was the one? Bleep this out. What was Miss Play? Because there's two plays that we would have every
It
year.
was probably like Macbeth or something. Macbeth or I don't fucking know. Like I just remember being there, but I just remember the whole vibe was just like, oh wow, they were able to do this. That's cool. But it wasn't like in high school. I think it was like a little higher because the cream of the crop of homosexuals, they were like, you know,
But I remember, whatever the one where the king comes out in his underwear, whatever that one's called. Can you look that up? Because it's gonna fucking eat me alive.
Richard the Third.
It might be called that. It might be called that. Richard the Third. Well, that one, I remember they would get actual people that actually like act and do plays and do theater, and it
Oh
would be
yeah,
like
yeah, those ones, yeah.
that was an event. Even when like the Macbeth, like bro, but I remember like when we were little jits, because I don't even think you were at say can bleep the shit
Yeah.
out, but I don't even think you were transferred in yet. But I remember it was an event. It
Yeah.
was an event where like all the kids memorized their lines, like they fucking memorized their lines. Because I remember I don't know if it was in second or third grade. I mean, excuse me, first or second grade. Some kid like low key fucked up his line. He was like, he was like, um, Macbeth, Macbeth, like something like that. But like you could see that, like you could see in his face that he's like, oh fuck, because he gets red. And I remember some of the kids were like, what? Like, like dude, it was such a high production play. And then when we were in fourth grade, again, we did the same play. Like it was like an event every year that we would have towards spring. Because towards springtime, that's when we would do the fun shit, right?
Yeah.
Um, that's the one thing public school didn't have. They didn't have fun shit towards the end of the year. Um, but I remember like the one in fourth grade wasn't as great. Like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as great as the other ones. But then in eighth grade, dude, holy fuck. That was the worst play I ever fucking seen in my life. Like I remember, I think some of the guys or some of the actors were were still like I think some of them like would like low key like carry like the lines with them because they couldn't
Yeah.
remember it. They
I
couldn't
don't know. I don't
remember.
know if that was because that
And
might be.
I think real quick, I think some of the ones from back in the day, I think some of them low key did improv because I remember like every year the play would be like slightly different from the
Yeah.
other, but it
Or
was still high.
they would probably make adjustments. I don't know. It's not like I had someone who I know who did one of the plays, but
Well,
it,
we know someone, but I
I
don't think they
think
would
what
ever
they
want
did, they
anything to
might
do
have
with
went to the
us.
script and they were like, "Oh, let's change this line in there this time around."
It could have been that. It could. I like how we're like analyzing these old plays,
And
but
just eating off of memory. The only thing I remember is eating the fucking nachos and fucking. I mean, I remember seeing the plays, but then by the time it was like eighth grade, I just thought like,
your dick
oh,
was just hard the whole time.
no, it's like this thing that I always tell you. This phrase I always keep on telling you. Revealing too much behind the curtain. I think the mysticism of that was ruined because I had the same idea you had, where I thought this is like crazy, dude. This is like a crazy thing, and then you get older, and then you see like how the sausage is made, and you're just like, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we ask her
Well,
right
because
now.
remember we had to watch the play before it actually happened.
Oh
Do
yeah, I
you?
forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that maybe it's that too. Maybe it's like
And
it's
it's like
like a.
if you saw, let's say like you knew Robert Downey Jr. when he was doing Iron Man, like though he did like a great performance, you would think like, oh, dude, like I know that dude like is kind of weird, or is like let's say like you see like a YouTube like one of the videos I do by myself, and you kind of feel kind of like, oh, this is kind of fucking weird. Like, should I say this is good just because he's my boy, or should I let's say I was making like straight bullshit. I was like whatever, you would be like, oh, like I guess that was all right or whatever. But I low key kind of don't like. Let's say it was like someone you didn't like, you'd be like, yeah, no, this is fucking shit, dude. Like he's talking all this shit and like he can't even fucking act on the screen. I guess that's what it would be. Like if you ever have you ever seen like a YouTube video from someone that you know personally and you fucking hate? Like, have you ever seen that before, or is like everyone, because I've done that before. I've seen that before, and I'm just like,
I'm thinking of Gopnik Artyom,
oh
Mr.
yeah, yeah. That's what
Kalpnikmeister.
I'm saying is like, because I saw his shit and I was like,
I thought it was
low-key,
good.
yeah, it was good. But then it's like I fucking hate this guy. And it's like low-key, you want to like give him some little nitpicks and shit. But I think that's
Yeah.
what it was. I think it was like you saw
Oh,
too
because of
much.
the people that were in the play.
Well, that too, but also just like revealing too much behind the curtain. How the sausage is made. You kind of like know a little bit more now than you were when you were a little jit. So that kind of ruins like.
But the overall performance just dropped, and I'll tell you why. Well, we should low-key just make a group chat of like, say, and then just put like reviewing the Macbeth play. But like, um, but like the problem, like it wasn't just because during his time was low-key kind of just like losing faith.
Oh, she was like tapped out.
Yeah, she was just tapped out of like period. Like the play, like if you like the plays originally, those first like 3-4 years
Yeah,
that I watched it, it was very high production because they would literally take up the entire stage and fill it with a bunch of props.
yeah,
Everyone had a dress, everyone had a suit, everyone wore something that was play appropriate. Because if I remember, I think some of the kids didn't even wear a costume for the last play that we seen. Or if they did, they would just throw something on top of their already existing uniform.
mm,
It was like some weird shit like that. Like I can't remember off the
I
top of
can't
my head,
remember.
but I just remember that the overall production wasn't as good. Because I remember when we originally seen the play, um oh, you know what other play? Hold on a second. I just unlocked the fucking memory, but real quick, I remember the other plays had high production. there was really high production in these fucking plays, and it just dropped over time. The acting quality went down. The enthusiasm was no longer there. It's basically like like whenever they try like reviving a movie
Yeah, like
series,
Star Wars.
yeah, and nobody wants to fucking be there. They're just there just for the
Yeah,
check. I
yeah.
think it was that for the eighth grade one, but
Well, I think what it was at one point it just became like, oh, I want to see my kid in a play, and it wouldn't be like, hey, like you should get in this play, and you should try to immerse yourself and be like remember all the lines and shit at one point, because that's what I felt like at that
mm,
those ones
mhm.
where it just felt like, oh, everyone just is like they're just happy that their kid's on a fucking thing because like he fucking sucks dick at kicking the ball.
Yeah, and
You
then
know?
he's just like on there reading his lines like mm, mm,
Yeah,
mm, mm,
yeah.
mm,
I think that
mm.
was I think it just became like, oh, like I just want to see my kid, like basically like a participation trophy or whatever. Like, oh well, or they or whatever went through the play. You know, they were there. You know, they I guess they didn't fucking cry on the stage or whatever. Like,
Content. But you know what, nigga? I'm just realizing something. Like I think our interest in art really did um like basically our school, like what's the word? They like
what they groomed us into liking certain shit.
yeah, into liking art because like it's just hitting me. Because remember when we would have the concert every year?
Yeah,
Because remember when we had to play the chimes like fucking retards?
yeah,
So like I remember, don't you remember when Mr.
yeah,
when he would get the band together and there would be this fantastic concert and they would play like Beethoven and Mozart and
yeah.
Bach and
Are you saying
Debussy.
those ones turn into shit too later?
Yeah, they did.
I
They
don't know.
did turn
Again,
into
I don't
shit
know. I don't know if that's like another thing where it's like we see too much behind the curtain, but
because
also we have like
because
a high
like
standard of it.
because I remember like this is like a funny memory too because they would always do the Star Wars song
Oh yeah, yeah,
too
yeah.
and then everybody would be like they
Oh
look
yeah,
at me.
they look at you and shit.
But I remember the quality because, like, okay, well, it's two things. Number one, these kids didn't give a fuck anymore. They're just
Yeah,
with these thick ass kids. They don't care about America
yeah.
and the West. But kind of like
Got
losing his
that.
shit. Like he was just like, bro, that nigga was senile before he
Oh,
left, or he was like getting close to becoming senile. I think you're fucking with him the whole time. Like, hey, Mr. niggas with attitudes. You know NWA. Have you ever heard of Straight Outta Compton, bro? You should be ashamed of yourself, dude. This poor
I'm
old
no,
white,
I'm no
this
different
poor
than I'm no different than these fucking Somalian fucking what's it called, caretakers and shit,
dude,
slapping these fucking white elderly people on the
dude,
chairs
this
and shit.
elderly white old man who's trying to keep art alive. You're just like sitting there talking about some rap fucking music and shit, you know.
Remember
But
remember when we went to the fire station
yes.
on at 9/11 and we're like, yeah, sorry that I just remember 'cause I had that picture of us. Were you in the car with or the
Yes, I
van?
have the picture still. I still
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah,
archived. It's archived
yeah.
on my old Instagram.
You don't remember that fucking the what's it called? We went to the senior center. Most of it's just kind of like a blip. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. I'm fucking stupid. No, 'cause
But um I
we're
want to go
talking about
back on the
old
art
people
thing.
and shit. We're talking about old people and shit. And I was like, oh, like remember we did that? And it's like, no, you weren't there.
No, I wasn't there.
It was sort of an eighth grade thing, but not really an eighth grade thing. Does that make
But
sense?
I remember, but yeah, I remember when the concert would happen, like all these little shits would just do their little like, they'll like do their little singing
Yeah.
thing. But then when the band got on stage, oh shit, like all bro, like they would perform these fucking classical songs and shit, and Miss would wear like like the stereotype like the
Yeah.
tailcoat the tailcoat suit and shit and he would wear that and then like bro these niggas would be kicking ass, bro, on the clarinet. Bro, they were kicking ass, bro.
And I saw one of the recent ones, the concerts, and it's totally just like I had to leave early.
Garbage.
I had to leave early, dude. It was like making me like depressed
Wait,
because
wait, 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 wait. Are you being dead ass or
I'm
you trying to
serious.
make a meme?
I went.
Oh,
Wait, what? That I went there or that I got depressed from it?
that you went there.
I went. Yeah, I did actually go there, and it literally everyone, no one there cares about the standard. Even the parents, they're just like, "Hey, I want to take a picture of my fucking kid because I send my kid." Because again, that's that materialist shit I'm telling you about. Because or
Uh
that we've
huh.
been saying. Because they're like, "Oh, look it, I sent my kid to a fucking private school." Yeah, and they had to. What's your name, Ms. Telling one, she was like, "Back up, everyone. We don't need everyone taking a photo. Back up. Wait." And but they're just like, no, like I don't think it was crazy like that before when we were doing it, but
No, 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 no. Back then, because back then, like spick niggas weren't that crazy about like smartphones.
oh,
Because I don't think your parents had smartphones, did they?
I don't know. That's yeah, no, they had Blackberries.
Yeah, like my parents didn't have smartphones like that. And back then there was like a level of respect that
Yeah,
was
respect.
expected.
Yeah,
So like you sat in the pew like this the whole time.
no, dude. All these guys, if their kid shows up, they're all just like, hey, let me take the photo. Let me take the photo. And then
Because
they're
they want to put it on Facebook.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's that materialist thing where they're like, "Oh, look at me. I have a kid." And not only do I have a kid, I sent him to this private Catholic school that's in the hood. But I sent him
It
all
was
the way up.
Vatican too.
Yeah. um, and they just want to get that photo. That's literally like
So they
that's
could
what it
post it
is.
on the store and be like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God, Mija, you did such a good job." And then the Mija that we're talking about is just there doing this.
Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm,
They just want to feel
mm.
like they did a good job because on their side, they
But
have
the production
that
went down that much
on like that honestly that's the main thing I just really noticed, but yeah, I don't think it was that great. I don't think it was that great.
yeah, it lost a
I
lot
don't
of
again,
its
I think I don't know if it's just me like like thinking it was like this high when it was like this.
because it was because nigga with like the standard. First of all, in general, the standards in school were a lot
Yeah.
higher back then, like public school, private school, than they are today.
Yeah.
So everything is a what do you call it? A snowball effect.
Yeah.
And it just all snowballs because guess what? If I don't care that Billy Bob passes math class, then I don't give a fuck if he can play the flute real well. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck if he can play the trombone real well.
Yeah, and it's just I think a lot of it is just trying to mimic what what came before. Like we're talking about the plays. Like all these people, they're just doing it because they're like, oh well, my sister did it X amount of years ago, so I want to just mimic what came before. But there's not really like a care for like the quality of it. They just want to be like, hey, I did it too.
Yeah.
I did that too. Even though everything is just the quality is just like so downhill. But yeah, no, I think for what you're saying, I think it was because we had whites there to like
Well,
guide us
because
artistically. I'm talking about the artistic thing.
yeah,
We had them
because
to guide us with all this stuff.
because white people, those like I'm talking about the weirdo white people. You know what type
Yeah,
of weirdo white people I'm talking about?
yeah.
They
They know ball.
they know ball, but I think even if because a lot of
The
these
other
guys
ball
like
too.
oh they they might even be liberal, like
Yeah,
moderately liberal or even centrist, but they have like this intrinsic
like
um
respect
for
for
their own
culture.
culture
Yeah,
and they want to share it with the engines,
yeah,
us, right? They want to share it with us, and it's like, see that now I'm gonna be like anti-Hispanic and shit. Like this is the problem with like not having white teachers and shit because like these Hispanic people don't care about classical art
yeah,
because when they went to college, they got indoctrinated into thinking that Renaissance art, Byzantine style art, medieval art is oppressive and white supremacist.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh, you know that little bullshit drawing that Pablito did on the on your garage door? That is art, and you should. That's the art that should be expressed.
Yeah.
You know that I'm not taking shots at you, but like that little shitty rap song that your nephew recorded?
Yeah.
That's art. That banda
Yeah.
that
Any
sounds like
sort of like
shit?
attempt, any sort of attempt at being art, they're like, oh yeah, that's art.
It's
That's high
bullshit. It's
art.
always bullshit. It's
Yeah.
always bullshit because I've kind of like because we've had this like argument before that like Mexican music is like not dog shit, but it's like low tier, like
Yeah.
low hanging fruit. And it's essentially it is. Not mariachi though. Mariachi is a different thing. But like any other form of Mexican music is just fucking low hanging fruit. It's just low hanging fruit or just low tier
Well,
art.
it's just like repetitive. It's like literally like if you look at if they were to somehow translate whatever music that's in on like a sheet of music, it
Hmm.
would be the same line over and over again. But
Because
then
I
if
mean,
you look,
but the whole point of it was that it was poor man's music.
yeah,
That was the whole point of it. But now that the Jews bought fucking Peso Pluma, they're trying to take this like low tier art form, which I mean, there's nothing wrong with low tier art. I like corridos, I like fucking
yeah.
rap music, but when you want to make that the
They
standard,
want to make it like this like ghetto futurism thing where they
yeah,
want.
ghetto futurism, you gotta TM that
I
shit.
didn't create it. I think
Oh,
ASAP Rocky created it.
yeah, ghetto future. It's like this is low tier art, right? Now that we're moving this to the forefront, now that we're making this the standard, imagine all the other bullshit that's gonna come following it right after.
Yeah, like they'll it's like some like that type of music, whatever you're calling low class, they'll make an album and then they'll have the album like they'll pose it next to like a Roman statue and it'll be like, oh like this is actually deep actually.
Yeah, and they fucking did that last fucking year, right? Or beginning of this year. Tito Doble P and Peso Pluma, they had a joint album. They put two Renaissance, I think angels.
Yeah.
That's what they did,
They
and it's
they they
like
like to mimic the high art to make them feel like they're on that same level. Because there's like this Too Slimy song. I thought it was like all right. There's like a defense I have with Too Slimy, but I'm not gonna really get into it. But there is a song where like it's like totally like on that Too Slimy, right? The guy that makes like
I
that
know the
really
name.
yeah, he's that guy I showed you that he has that like Edgar cut and he was like crying and shit
Oh
as
yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah,
joke.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
his
makes
music
like
fucking sucks. That shit's garbage.
but there's one song that he has where it starts and it's like that like his music and then it ends on like a violin and I was like listening to it I was like it was like a minute long violin outro to the song and I was thinking I'm like it's either that what we've been talking about right now or it's like some sort of like oh like it knows that he's trying to say that he knows ball like he knows like actual music because there's this thing I'll give to like some Hispanics right because I think rap is like I think what he wants to make like punk music, but I think a lot of people they're stuck in like we need to somehow make it like hip hop in some level to make people understand it. So they can't necessarily and also people don't know how to fucking play instruments anymore. and they need to have like they're nowhere near people who know how to play instruments or whatever. So the only thing they're stuck it with is like their laptop on Fruity Loops. So the only thing they can try to do because that's what I was like because I'm like I wouldn't try to fucking make I don't like make rap music now, but if I were to make music right now, I'll make rap music because that's the only thing I have available to me. And I think that's like they want to like go further, but they're still stuck in this like literal like ghetto
Ghetto.
yeah, where they have to just stay, doing rap. But I think he wants to do like he would want to do like punk music, but
I
if
think even
anyone,
that's low class art.
you're right.
Like for me, high class
Yeah,
art is like the Rat Pack. Hold on, not
the Howard
the
Stern
Rat
one.
Pack. I'm
Oh,
talking about Frank
oh,
Sinatra. um Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr. There's a name for that type of music. I don't know if it's orchestra or there's a name for that type of music where it's like one nigga singing and like a hundred other guys on instruments. I forgot what the name, swing music maybe. I can't remember the name of it. That to me is high art. Mariachi music, I think that's high art. It's based off of the charro, and the charro is based off of like Don Juan in Spain, right? It's based off of high Spanish, high society in Spain. That's what mariachi music is based off of. Obviously, opera music, classical music, like that should be the standard, and everything else is just fast food, basically.
Yeah, and I think very few people would like, how do you say it? Very few people actually get on that level where they make their music like high art. You know, I would say
Mhm.
Ye's one of them.
I
And
agree.
then, but even then, like Ye did it, and then fucking Jay-Z did fucking Magna Carta Holy Grail, which was like, like, it's not a bad album, but he was trying to get in that pocket, and it was like, no, like it was not on the level that Ye was able to attain. And
Yeah,
I know that because I was thinking about this today, dude.
I think
Cousins
real quick, Queen. I think Queen is the equivalent of that from the rock world.
of like trying to be high art.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Night at the Opera. You got to listen to Night at the Opera.
I should. But I haven't listened to a lot of Queen anyways. Um, but what was I gonna say? The Cousins, dude. Everyone forgot about Cousins. Cousins is a great fucking song.
Hmm. So is World War
Yeah.
Three.
Yeah, everyone forgot. Everyone kind of like forgot about. We got to do a video where we say "cuck" is better than bully. If we're gonna do like a sequel to like the bully shit, because we did say we are gonna do a cuck review at one point, but
Yeah.
we need to do a video defending cuck and saying is better than bully, low key.
Hmm.
But Cousins is like literally like that song. He elevated like a Dave Blunt song that already existed, but then he like upgraded it to make it more like sophisticated. And like again, no one like, how to say it, like very few people can like get on that level where they attain high art. And that's why you get people like Kendrick where like he does it once and then like he can never fucking do it again. And then so he needs to like repackage it somehow, try to make it sophisticated.
Yeah,
'Cause-
and it fails,
yeah,
but it's like, oh, like Kendrick Lamar's art to me is like it's so fucking lowbrow.
that like dumb people think it's smart.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
people who listen to
That
DJ
that's why
Khaled.
I hate um conscious rap, because
Yeah.
conscious rap is like it gives like this facade to stupid people that like it's high art because, bro, but you listen to the lyrics though, bro,
You gotta
like
sit down. You gotta sit down.
you
Put
gotta
it on
sit down,
vinyl.
listen to it, dog. Like he's really talking about some real shit. I'm like, well, first of all, I think all rap music is low art, right? Um, I think it's all low art. Um, it's like Ye, Jay Z. Who else would I put that kind of broke the mold of being low art? Um,
Like you know what's the perfect encapsulation of all this?
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, but the Tiny Desk concerts. You ever see those? The NPR Tiny Desk concerts. It's like when someone does like a live performance and they do it with like a band behind them,
Hmm.
and they'll like and they're in like a room. They're in like a room, and they'll have like a band do like a acoustic version of like a track that they did.
Okay,
This is like a ongoing like thing. I think it's yeah, it's called Tiny Desk Concert. Um, I'm surprised you haven't seen any of those. Let me wait. Fuck. I'll send you a link to one of them, and I'm pretty sure if you kind of get the idea. Let me see
but
if
no, I just hate I hate, well, while you're saying that, I just hate that like because we've lowered the standard for everything in society, right? Because bringing it back to the whole thing of bringing it back to the whole thing where it's like, oh, we lowered the standard so bad that these concerts that we used to go to when we were kids and these plays that we used to go to when we were kids.
This is the one. This is one of the examples.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
No,
I know
but
what you.
they do one for rap. They're like where they have like fucking like Pusha T or
I
whatever.
know Colors does that because they did
Oh
this
yeah, yeah,
one with they did fuck what's his name, Sir his name is just Sir. They did a like a remix or whatever
yeah. And
of John Redcorn.
they'll get like a acoustic band for like I don't know, like
They
Chief
did a
Keef or whatever. The Fetty Wap, the Fetty Wap or whatever.
of Fetty Wap, but of Love Sosa.
Yeah, yeah, like and then like someone will watch it and they'll be like, bro, dude, this is like
Dog, homie,
so
dog.
you're telling me that you just had to hire a bunch of actual artists and this could look this song will be like 10 times better and they'll be like, yo, dad, that guy that you think is a fucking he actually makes good, he actually makes good music. Look at you see the instruments in the background.
Yeah, yeah, no,
They're not using hi-hats and shit.
but yeah, it definitely like yeah, the byproduct of like lowering the standards is what's created this like cringy conscious rap
Yeah.
equals high art phenomenon that we're seeing because it's not high art. Like I'm sorry, but it's like as a kid, like if I like as a kid, I probably would have gotten mad if I heard somebody say that. But it's like, but that's just because I was trying to break the mold. Like
Yeah.
I was just trying to be different. But it does scare me for the future. But I do think we're getting a bit of a renaissance. Like
Um
I think we're entering the age of renaissance because like niggas like us aren't scared to express ourselves. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I don't know if that's gonna have a trickle down effect, but I do know that it will have an effect overall. You know, and because like I said, there's no high effort, there's no high expectations anymore. So we got to set the new standard. That's another thing I kind of want to do. I know I'm thinking way too ahead, but like that's kind of like what it is with me with that's one thing I hope that we can do in the future with Gashless is like kind of like be a voice to want to higher the standard because like fucking conservatives suck at making art. Like
Yeah.